Hello, welcome to the Capital Area School Development Association Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us today. Oops, let me get my screen shared. Sorry, everyone. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. Now, this is just one of many different sessions that are happening. There's more tonight and there's more tomorrow. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions too. And lastly, this presentation is being recorded, and that recording will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/CASDANY. All right, and I'd now like to go ahead and turn it over to our presenters, starting first with Keiser University.
Hi, everyone. Unfortunately, I'm having some technical issues with my presentation, so I'm just going to take this time to tell you a little bit about Kaiser University's flagship campus. We are located in West Palm Beach. We are a small, not-for-profit private institution, a traditional four-year residential campus located in West Palm Beach. Kaiser University has actually been in the state of Florida for over 40 years. So if you were to actually look us up, you would see that we actually have 16 other campuses as well. Those are mostly for our commuter students. Our traditional four-year residential campus is the flagship campus in West Palm Beach, and that is the campus that I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today. Dr. Keiser started Kaiser University with his philosophy of putting the student first, and we're very proud to say that that's one of the things I feel and we feel sticks out about us when you're meeting anyone from any campus. We put our student first. Kaiser University flagship campus has small classes. We have career-focused programs. Some of them are business, healthcare, nursing, criminal justice, psychology, golf management. We just actually added cinematic arts to our degree programs. We do have many different degree programs, ranging from accounting, again, all the way through business, psychology, criminal justice. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see the list because I'm having these tech issues, but some of our programs are also including accelerated programs if you wanted to try and graduate early and get your master's degree in business. We do also have 2 additional campuses in Nicaragua and China as well, apart from the United States. We are involved with NAIA Sports. It is a different association than NCAA. Our NAIA sport teams include 20 different sport programs for both men and women. Our swim team actually just won for the men's the 3rd national championship this year. And we just recently added an equine program. And they're doing really well, which benefits our pre-vet students because we have our own stables. So our students are able to go to our farm and work with those animals and getting ready for their pre-vet experience. Our housing includes 2 dorms, one that is newly built, just opened this past September. They are all apartment style suites. We have 24-hour security on campus. We have one way in and one way out, which I feel is very secure for our students coming and going. When you do come to visit Kaiser University's flagship campus, be sure to wave at Dave because he's always there letting people in and out. The requirements for Kaiser University are 2.7 GPA, 830 SAT, a 17 ACT. We do have specific requirements for our science-based programs such as nursing. Our nursing program requires a 3.3 GPA, 1150 SAT, and a 23 ACT. We are very well aware of students, not having been able to take those standardized tests. So we do have our own entrance assessment that we use in place of the SAT and ACT, if that is something you've come across so far in your experience in applying to colleges or getting ready to apply. We do have a virtual open house coming up April 17th. You can register for that at kuchawknation.com. I'm happy to say that our campus is actually open for in-person tours now, but we're still holding virtual events. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, feel free to go to kuchawknation.com to register to be a part of that virtually if you can't get down to campus. I hope that you all look forward to learning more about Kaiser. And if you need any contact information, I will put it in the chat. So enjoy your virtual college fair today. And thank you for your time and listening about Kaiser University flagship campus.
All right. Thank you so much to Kaiser University. Next up, we have Hilbert College.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Leapsight. I'm the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Hilbert College. We are happy to share with you some information about why we believe in our Hilbert education. To begin, Hilbert is located on a beautiful 60 acreage of land in suburban Hamburg, New York, which is about 15 minutes right outside the city of Buffalo. We are a private liberal arts and Catholic college founded by the Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph in 1957. For this reason, we have a commitment to our Franciscan mission and values to welcome everyone from every walk of life. Hilbert is not only wants their students to leave the college as a smart person, but also as good people. With approximately 800 students, Hilbert offers a small and welcoming campus environment. The average class is about 12 students. It is very interactive in nature and taught by faculty with field experience. Hilbert has 14 very well developed and rigorous bachelor degree programs displayed here. You can see it's divided up by four different divisions. We have our Criminal Justice Studies Division, our Arts and Sciences, Professional Studies, and Social Sciences. I'm just going to give a little bit of an overview on each one of them. So our Criminal Justice Studies Division has very dedicated and committed and diverse faculty with practical field experience. The curriculum and the Institute for Law and Justice has been reviewed to reflect contemporary concerns, especially in diversity. The 4+1 master's program we have in criminal justice administration also provides an opportunity for career advancements. The arts and sciences area have faculty who are highly credentialed. You can see the areas that we have are biology, our DMAC, digital media and communication, English, and our liberal arts area. Many of our graduates in these fields have gone on to meaningful careers as attorneys, copywriters, professors, and in TV and media, even Saturday Night Live. We also have a brand new state-of-the-art science laboratory for students to conduct scientific research projects. Our professional studies division is also very dedicated and has committed faculty with practical field experience. There is a very strong student-centered approach to excellence in these academic programs with opportunities for professional networking, corporate tours, internship, and service abroad opportunities. And then lastly, our social sciences area offers degrees to meet societal needs, like our new degree in alcohol and substance abuse counseling. Experiential learning and internships experience is central to this division as well. So in addition to our majors, Hilbert also offers 5 pre-professional programs, which allows you to pursue your interests alongside courses that will prepare you for your career goals. So you can see we have pre-dental, pre-law, pre-med, pre-pharmacy, and pre-veterinarian. So what happens is you'll meet with your pre-professional advisor regularly to make sure you're meeting the prerequisites in your pre-professional area. And then you'll get time to talk about your career path after Hilbert and your career options for graduate school. So an advisor will help you pick out the best courses and extracurricular activities to increase your chances of being admitted to your professional program. So a little bit about Hilbert. Why come to Hilbert? First, our vibrant student life will give you an opportunity to be part of 20+ student clubs and organizations. Drawing from our mission, there are many opportunities to become involved in both our local community and abroad. Through participation in student activities, students can make new friends and develop new skills. Our athletic programs are a very important part of our campus. We are part of the NCAA Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference. Because we are Division III, our athletes excel first in the classroom and then on the field. Students have the opportunity to play the sport they love. And then Hilbert also has 3 modern and spacious housing options available, making Hilbert's residential buildings in the top 10% in the nation. In addition, we also have meal plans and a wide range of activities that are included in the residential experience. And then lastly, in this slide, I just want to make mention, Hilbert was recently ranked in the US News and World Report for Social Mobility, which really refers to the shift of an individual social status over time. So over 95% of our students receive some type of financial aid, merit-based and endowed scholarships. And then I just want to say visiting campus is really the best way for you to explore and learn more about Hilbert College. On-campus visitation is officially open in compliance with all mandatory New York State health and safety guidelines. We will still continue our virtual options as well to meet the needs of our prospective students and family members. For more information, you can visit our website at hilber.edu. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much to Hilbert College. Next up, we have Paul Smith's College.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming to this college fair. I will start sharing my screen. All right, so my name is Nicole. I'm one of the assistant directors of admissions at Paul Smith's College. Really, our motto at Paul Smith's is it's about the experience. We are most well known for our hands-on education and our experiential education. So if you really feel like hands-on learning, practical skills is, what you want to be doing in college, this might be a good place to consider. So for anyone not familiar with our location, we are located right in the heart of the Adirondacks. Everything outlined in blue is the Adirondack State Park. It's a 6 million acre state park. It's actually the largest state park in the continental US. Paul Smith's College itself is the 4th largest college campus in the country. We own 14,000 acres of the Adirondack State Park. However, we are a small school. We have under 1,000 students. We keep it that small on purpose so that it can remain really, really hands-on for every single student in every single one of our programs. We are surrounded by 2,000 miles of hiking trails, 3,000 pond, lakes, and stream systems. And actually, the background that I have right here is Lower St. Regis Lake, and the college sits right on that lake. These are all of the programs that we offer at Paul Smith's. We have 5 different departments, and actually 2 new programs were announced today that we are adding. So in addition to all of these programs, we have added neuroscience and digital marketing to our offerings. And those are bachelor's degree programs, but you'll see we have a wide array of programs that range from forestry and things like the forestry program, disaster management and response, arboriculture, to baking, restaurant management, hotel, resort, and tourism management, business with concentrations in entrepreneurship, sports and events management, esports management, and then just regular, business management. And then if you are looking for more of like the STEM or science heavy programs, neuroscience, biology, ecological restoration, fisheries and wildlife sciences, environmental science, and human health and the environment are probably where you're going to want to be. And then things, environment, society, psychology, environmental studies, parks and conservation management, sustainability, recreation, a lot of those programs. These are just some of the clubs and activities on campus, but you'll see some things that you might recognize from high school. So things like DECA, things like FFA, those are organizations you might be familiar with or may have seen before. We do have collegiate chapters of those on campus. You will see PreProfessional societies on here in the club. So things like the Wildlife Society, the Society of Ecological Restoration, the Society of American Foresters, the American Fisheries Society. There's a good few on campus. But outside of the classroom, we really want our students to be involved. So you're definitely going to be encouraged, if you come to Paul Smith's, if you're interested, to get involved in clubs and maybe try something that you've never done before. For any students that are interested in athletics, we do offer varsity athletics on campus at Paul Smith's. We're part of the Yankee Small College Conference. So we play a lot of other small schools throughout the Northeast. We're not part of a traditional division. And we offer traditional sports like basketball, volleyball, hockey, golf, rugby, things like that. And then on the other side, some not so traditional sports like woodsman sports, which is also known as timber sports, cross-country snowshoe, marathon canoe, bass fishing, biathlon, alpine ski, Nordic ski, bowling, a lot of different things. So if you're interested in sports, we have a lot of offerings for those. All right, this is just a little bit of information about the application process. It is free to apply. We have an application on the Common App and on our website. We are on rolling admission, so there's no specific deadline for applying, and our fall 2021 application is still open for any seniors that are still looking. And we are test blind, so we don't require the SAT or ACT score at all. That is not a new policy or temporary policy due to COVID-19. It has been that way for at least a few years. So we don't consider your SAT or ACT scores, even if you choose to send them in. This is where you can find the application on our website. This is just a little bit of information regarding financial aid at Paul Smith's. Our total sticker price is right around $44,500 for everything. We are a private school. That is tuition, room, board, fees, everything. And I will say absolutely no one pays full sticker price to come to Paul Smith's. We do offer merit scholarships that range from $10,000 to $19,000 per year. If you are accepted to Paul Smith's, you are guaranteed at least $10,000 in merit scholarship. And 98% of our students receive some form of financial aid from Paul Smith's. Again, just a little bit of information about our location relative to other places in New York State. This is just some information about the events we have that are coming up on campus. We have a virtual open house actually this Saturday, a Unibuddy student panel, residence life Q&A, and we are offering in-person tours Monday through Friday. And then this is where you can find us on social media and where you can find our contact information, but I'll also put my specific contact information in the chat. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you so much to Paul Smith's College. And next up, we have Plattsburgh State University.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jessica Spertus. I'm one of the first-year admissions advisors here at SUNY Plattsburgh. Just to give you some general information on the college, we are one of the 64 different SUNY schools within New York State. So we're way at the top of the hat, about 2.5 hours north of where Albany is located, just to give you a general idea there. We offer over 70 different majors and minors, so definitely a liberal arts school. Some popular programs include anything within communications like TV video production, audio radio production, digital media. The arts are very popular as well. We actually consider ourselves to be a museum without walls. So we've got programs in photography, graphic design, ceramics. There's even a minor in art therapy. If you're interested in social sciences, programs like criminal justice, psychology. We have a brand new law and legal studies degree that we're really excited about. And then lots of hard sciences. So things like environmental science, biomedical sciences is our pre-med program on campus, and then programs like physics, chemistry, things of that nature. A couple other programs that are really popular are education. We are the only SUNY school to offer a combined 5-year master's degree in both adolescence education and early childhood education. Additionally, we have a direct admit nursing program. There's communication sciences and disorders. We have a phenomenal school of business and economics. There's about 12 different majors and minors that students have the ability to select, and they're all internationally accredited within the AACSB. Plattsburgh considers ourselves to be a mid-sized school, so we have around 4,800 undergraduate students, and pre-COVID, our average class size was around 23. Now it's really just how many people we can safely put in a given space. We're also pretty diverse. We represent about 32 states and 66 different countries, and about half of our students identify as being first generation. So they're the very first person in their family to go to college, and we've got tons of support, whether it's free tutoring, our student support service for individuals with IEPs, 504 plans, and our career development center as well. Getting involved is something that our students are extremely passionate about. We have over 100 clubs and organizations for students to select. So anywhere from academic clubs to honor societies to Greek life. We also offer 18 NCAA Division III sports here at SUNY Plattsburgh. So if you are interested in being a collegiate athlete, just visit our website and fill out a recruitment form. We do also offer 24 different club and intramural sports. So programs like fishing, there's indoor rock climbing, marksmanship are some of our more unique programs. We also have 12 residence halls on our campus, 3 specifically for first-year students, and they're all based on different themes. So you can live in outdoor adventure, sports, health and well-being, just to give you a couple examples. And we're in a really great place in New York State. So about an hour and a half from Lake Placid, around the same amount of time to get over to Burlington, Vermont, and extremely close to Montreal, Canada. So you could be in a different state or country in a really small amount of time. And as first-year students, you can have a car on campus, which is always really nice. Our students are able to utilize all SUNY programs for studying abroad. So you've got over 600 opportunities to travel when it's safe to do so. We're also one of 5 SUNYs with a national student exchange. So you can travel inside the United States at Plattsburgh's tuition for a semester. Experimental learning is something that we're really passionate about. Every single major that we offer here on campus does have that hands-on learning component integrated within your curriculum. We've got about $3 million worth of lab equipment. There is a Center for Cybersecurity and Technology, a traumatic brain injury center, a nursing skills lab. So there's tons of really great opportunities right at your fingertips without having to really leave campus, as well as internship coordinators helping you every step of the way. Now, our admissions requirements are around an 84 to a 92 high school GPA for incoming first-year students. We will be test optional next year. We are currently test optional this year and still accepting applications for the upcoming school year. Some things that we're going to take a look at now are your extracurricular activities. We read your college essay. We require a letter of recommendation, and that really allows us to get to know who you are as a person and a student. If you were to submit the SAT or ACT, we're looking at around a 1010 to an 1180 or 20 to a 26 on your ACT. All of our scholarships are awarded to students automatically, so there's no additional application process there. Typically, what will happen is you'll get accepted, and then shortly thereafter, you would receive your information package. If you're interested in learning more about Plattsburgh, feel free to send us an email at admissions@plattsburgh.edu. But like a lot of my colleagues here today, we're also happy to welcome students to campus as well. So definitely register for something when you get the chance.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Plattsburgh State University. Next up, we have St. John Fisher College.
Everyone. Thank you so much for attending this college fair tonight. My name is Diane. I work at St. John Fisher College in the admissions office, and I do recruit in the Albany area. Just some numbers about Fisher. So we are located in Rochester, New York, which is about 3 hours from Albany. We are a smaller liberal arts private college. We have about 2,600 total students. So your average class sizes are about 20 to 25 students. For those of you who are interested in any sort of science related major, your labs actually only have 16 students per lab. So they do get even smaller than those average class sizes because we really want to make sure that students are able to have that one-on-one time with their professors and to be able to have your own equipment and having that experience for yourself. Like I had mentioned, we are located in Rochester, which is the third largest city in the state of New York. What's really great about where Fisher is located is that we are actually 10 minutes away from the downtown area of Rochester. So we're not necessarily in the hustle and bustle of the city. We're kind of more on the quiet area of where our community is set, but everything is only within a 10-minute drive. So when students are interested in internship opportunities, you're only driving 10 minutes away to those hospitals or those different companies, or maybe you're student teaching, everything's within that 10-minute drive. There are a ton of different sporting events, and typically on a normal year, there's a lot of different festivals that are going on in Rochester as well, which is really great for our students to be able to continue to explore Rochester and get to know the city. A lot of our clubs actually host events where they'll be able to sell discounted tickets for our students to go to these different events around Rochester. For example, maybe $5 to go to our Red Wings games, which is one of our minor league baseball teams. One of my favorite things about Rochester, as well as about Fisher, is all the great food that we have. So that's definitely something that I highly recommend when students are visiting our campus, is not only to see what our campus has to offer, but also what Rochester has to offer as well. If you've ever been to Rochester, or if you're planning a trip to Rochester, I definitely recommend maybe venturing and trying a garbage plate, is what we're known for. Maybe sharing it, because it is pretty large, but definitely something that I would recommend trying one day if you do come visit Rochester. Like I had mentioned, our dining services is really great. You can see that's what my background is for my Zoom call here today. So if you've ever heard of niche.com, it's a ranking site which is all based on student input. We are actually ranked as #1 best college food in the state of New York. And we've actually had that same spot for about 3 years now, and we're #6 in the whole country. So we are very proud of our food that we serve at Fisher. We offer over 30 different undergraduate majors, and here you can see all the different academic programs and schools that we offer. Some of the more popular majors that we have that students tend to lean towards would definitely be our nursing program. That's our most competitive program that we have. It is a direct entry program. Pharmacy is also very popular, as well as 5 of our business majors that we have in our School of Business. Sports management and psychology are also other majors that have been growing over the years, as well as our education school. We do offer over 75 clubs and organizations. So even for a small school, we do really have, I say, a club for everybody. I highly recommend students, similar to all of my other colleagues here, to get involved in some way, whether it is a club or a sport or some sort of extracurricular activity, to be able to kind of find that niche of your friends. So those can range anywhere between academic, social, and student government opportunities. And here are some of our campus events that we have every year that we really look forward to. Fisher also does offer 24 varsity teams for Division III. If you are interested in sports, I do recommend that you go on our website and fill out the athletic recruitment questionnaire. You could also reach out to me myself, and I'd be happy to connect you with a coach or a sport that you're looking into. For our admissions process, we are rolling admissions, so there is not a deadline. So we are still accepting applications for this current year. And then for this upcoming year, we will still be rolling admissions as well as will still be test optional. At Fisher, we've always been a holistic review process, meaning that we look at everything, not just your GPA and not just your SAT scores. If you were to choose to submit them, we actually like to dig a lot deeper into your transcript to see, you know, what types of classes have you taken, what grades have you gotten in particular classes, what extracurriculars have you done to balance with your academics as well. If you are interested in any of our science-related majors, I do like to recommend students to have 4 years of math and 4 years of science. It's not required in any way, but it does make your application more competitive when you submit your application. These are some averages when it comes to our academics when you're looking at GPA, SAT, and ACT, but I always like to stress that they are averages. So it really does depend per student as far as their major. And then 2 special scholarships that we have that you can learn more about on our website is our service scholarship related to community service, and then our first generation scholarship. If you are interested in visiting our campus, we do have some on-campus tours right now throughout the school week, as well as on select Saturdays. We actually just had our first open house this past weekend in person for accepted students, and we will have another one in April. So look out for those on our website, as well as for additional virtual workshops. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you to St. John Fisher College. And next up, we have St. Lawrence University.
Hello, my name is Mary Kelly. I'm an associate director at St. Lawrence University, and I'm excited to share some information about St. Lawrence with you. So St. Lawrence is a small private liberal arts and sciences college with just about 2,400 students on campus. And that does include about 35% of our students coming from New York State, just under 10% of our students coming from 60 different countries, and then the rest of our students coming from 42 additional states. Our location is one of our biggest assets. We are located in Canton, New York, which is a small college town. It's right in the middle of everything. So we have really easy access to the Adirondack Park, where you can go hiking, canoeing, kayaking, climbing, all sorts of different things. But we're also the US university that's the closest to a foreign capital. We're just over an hour away from Ottawa in Ontario, Canada. And so our students have really easy access to major cities like that and Montreal. In terms of distance from Albany, we're about a 3.5-hour drive from the Albany area. On our campus, one of our signature programs is our first year program. And this is something that all of our incoming first year students participate in. The first year program at St. Lawrence takes a 3-pronged approach to introducing our students to the academic, advising, and residential sides of college. We do this by having all of our first year students take a first year program class. In that class, you would have about 30 different options for the topic or the theme, but they all cover the same skill set of really strong presentation, communication skills, analytical reading and writing. Those classes are generally team taught by 2 professors, one of whom would be your first advisor on campus. And what's really special about the first year program class is that you live with the other students who take this class with you, either on the same floor or in the same wing of a building. So you're already beginning to build community with the students on your floor who are sharing this classroom experience with you. And you're starting to build your network of support on campus with your advisor, who's one of your professors, as you get to know them. Additionally, beyond the first year program, in terms of academics, we have a really wide variety of different options for you. We have 69 majors and 41 minors on campus. Right now, our most popular majors are economics, business and the liberal arts, psychology, performance and communication arts, and government. Our class sizes are really small. Our average class size is 17, and our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. 70% of our classes have fewer than 25 students, and 98% of our classes have fewer than 40 students, which means that you will really have a chance to connect with your professors. They'll know who you are, they'll recognize your face, and you really get to know them in ways both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. at office hours. You may see them on campus for a meal or get coffee at the bookstore. With our curriculum, it's really flexible. Instead of having core classes, we have distribution requirements. So that covers that broad sense of exploration within the liberal arts that we are so fond of up here, while also giving you opportunities to dive into the academic areas of your choice. And 80% of our graduating class in 2019 studied more than one academic discipline, meaning that they had a double major or a major with a minor or a major with multiple minors. So if you have more than one area of interest, that's really great, and we'll support that within our curriculum. Student life is also really important. You're going to be on this college campus for 4 years, and you really want to make sure that you are going to fit in socially as well. 98% of our students live on campus for all 4 years, and we do guarantee housing for all 4 years. Students in the first year are housed within their first year program, but after that, there are several different options, including 14 different residence halls, about 20 different theme cottages, which are dedicated to different student clubs and organizations. We also have Greek life on campus, 2 fraternities and 4 sororities that students can start participating in their sophomore year. On campus, we also have 140 clubs and organizations, and there's a club fair held every semester to help connect students with different clubs and organizations that might be of interest to them. We have the 2nd oldest outing club in the country, as well as a really active student government that has a big say in what happens on campus, and clubs and organizations dedicated to music, performance, publications, leadership, activism, whatever you can think of. At St. Lawrence, about 1/3 of our students are varsity athletes, and we do support 35 varsity athletic teams. 35 is a new number for us. We just added esports this academic year, which we were very excited about. Most of our teams are competing at the Division III level, but we do have men's and women's ice hockey that competes at the Division I level. 57% of our students are involved with intramural or club sports, and we have a wide array there as well. As you're thinking about your life after graduation, we do have a Center for Career Excellence and the #4 alumni network in the country who are ready to meet you where you are and help you get to where you want to be in terms of your career preparation. And then as you think about applying, we have 2 different options, the St. Lawrence application or the common application. We've been test optional since 2005, so we don't require any SAT or ACT scores. And we are open for on-campus visitors, so I hope that we get to see you on campus soon.
All right, thank you so much to St. Lawrence University. Okay, so what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to invite all of our presenters to go ahead and share their, turn their cameras back on so we can do a little bit of a round robin. So I'm going to ask some questions and let's see what kind of answers we get. So the first question would be, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and start with Keiser University.
I think that the most important thing, in thinking about where you want to go to school is to make a list of your top 5 requirements for yourself. Where do you want to live? How far away from home do you want to be? Does that school offer the program that you're looking for? Think of the top 5s that you're looking for as your deal breaker, so to speak, and work off that list in choosing the schools that you want to apply to.
My advice, very similarly, actually, I think that for a lot of students, especially right now during the pandemic, it's been really hard to visit schools. So my best advice right now is if you're thinking about any schools that you want to go to, you should really try to make that college visit. It really is so important, and I can't express enough how important it is to go to visit a school that you're thinking about going to, seeing if it's a good fit. getting to know the people that you're going to be with, meeting the professors, and really just seeing what the college experience is like. So I think that's a really important part of the process that I would definitely recommend.
The things that I would recommend the most, number one, definitely make a separate email for when you're starting to apply to colleges and look at colleges, because you're going to receive a lot of emails from us. So in order to avoid, cluttering a specific email, definitely make a new one. And then what my colleagues have said, visiting is huge. Especially if you can and you're able and you're comfortable doing that, definitely do that. And then really see which school is the best fit. You might have had, things that you thought you wanted, but sometimes that totally goes out the window. And if you get to a college and you're like, I can really see myself here, I definitely say, go with your gut and go with the school that you can see yourself at for 2 or 4 years.
So I have a sister who's a senior in high school this year and does not listen to anything I have to say about college. So hopefully you all will. But I would suggest really taking advantage of these virtual fairs. I know that there's a lot of Zoom fatigue and you're just exhausted of having to be on the computer all day, but this is a really great opportunity for you to start weeding out what schools may be a possibility for you and which schools you have no interest in. So register for the events, get the information that you need, and then when you can and you're able to, visit the colleges.
My advice would also be to echo really everyone else said, but definitely look into the city or the town that college or university is located in. If you're going to be living on campus and you're spending a couple of years there, I think it's important to know really what does that town or what does that city have to offer to you, and how that may affect your major and your career goals. If you're looking into nursing or teaching, you're going to be getting some of that hands-on experience. Does that city or that town have those things to offer for you, as well as, supporting your social life. So I think it's important to also look beyond just the college and university, but just what's surrounded by it.
I guess as a final piece of advice, the people who work in college admissions offices are there to be a resource for you as you're looking into the different schools. And so if you have specific questions that will help you in your college search, don't hesitate to send an email or make a phone call and ask your questions, because that's why we're all here, to help you answer those questions and help you find that best fit school.
Great, lots of great advice. Yeah, just a couple minutes. Wonder if we could just take a couple seconds to really quickly have everybody share, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
So at Kaiser University, my favorite event on campus is something we call golf cart karaoke. So someone drives around in a golf cart, one of our admissions department colleagues, and they have the students hop on and off and they're singing karaoke, and it's really a fun activity. They go all around the campus. Students are stopping to listen to who's singing. And it's really a fun experience, and it does get everyone to kind of get involved and be around your student community and really get to know other people too, but also not be afraid to laugh at yourself. So I really just love that event that we do on campus.
At Hilbert College, one of my favorite events is our True Blue Weekend. And it's a full weekend of activities for alumni to come back to the campus. And really, it's just like a big party, honestly. It's great. We have so many activities planned for students and families. Our current students get involved. So it's just really a great opportunity, again, for more, campus engagement, more community, more fellowship. There's so many things that happen during that weekend, but it's a full 3-day event, and it's always a lot of fun. We didn't do it obviously last year because of COVID, but we're hoping to do it hopefully this year. We'll see what happens.
So one of my favorite events that happens on campus, typically every spring, it's not happening due to COVID, but it's the SAM Fest. It's the Science, Art, and Music Festival that we have on campus. And typically to kick it off, there's a climate march. So many of our students that attend Paul Smith's are within the sustainability realm, within environmental science. So that's pretty huge on campus, and it's a great community event.
My favorite event is Night of Nations at SUNY Plattsburgh. We have a really high volume of international students, and this is a really great night for them to showcase their talents, do their cultures, they sing, they dance, and it's just a really fun way to learn a little bit about our student body.
One of my favorite events would have to be Fisher Fever. It happens near the end of your spring semester. It's just a great way to kind of like hang out with all your friends before the school year is over and you're packing yourself up to go home. So we rally up about 4 or 5 different local food trucks to come on our campus for our students to try, as well as students who are in their own like music bands and groups. We have a little battle of the bands and other different fun games and activities, but just a great way to kind of hang out with everyone before everyone goes home.
My favorite campus tradition at St. Lawrence is Peak Weekend. It happens every fall and is led by our outing club, and it's a weekend during which we try to have at least one St. Lawrence student on top of each of the 46 high peaks in the Adirondack Park. And so there are beginner hikes and expert hikes and something for everyone, but that's one of my favorites.
Great. Well, thanks to all of you for sharing some of those traditions. It definitely makes me want to go back to school sometimes. And also thank you for presenting today. And thank you to all of you for joining us here tonight as well. That is it for this evening's session. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you could provide on that. Also, like I mentioned earlier, this is just one of many different sessions that are being hosted. There's more later this evening and as well as tomorrow. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions too. In about a week, you're going to be able to find the sessions recording for this session, as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/CASDANY. Thanks again, everyone.